Hello, this is Smarter Prepping with Uncle Mark, and I'm Uncle Mark. This is a hard video to make, but public service announcement. Get this straight. I gotta look at these numbers again. Got six. The homicide rate in the USA is about 6 per 100,000 per year. The homicide rate in the USA is about 6 per 100,000 people per year. The suicide rate is about 15 per 100,000 per year. Oh no! And it's more men than women. So, about 3 or 4 weeks ago, I lost track of when it was. I was thinking of self-harm. Let's not go more explicit. Nothing more explicit than that. Anyway, Uncle Mark was thinking of harming Uncle Mark. Oh, so thinking about self-harm, so I made calls. In my case, I made a phone call. My healthcare provider. Eventually, I said, "Lock me up so I don't hurt myself." Okay, so I was locked up in a nearby hospital to prevent me from hurting myself. And in my case, they said, "Mark, you don't have depression. You have bipolar." Oh, and it's a long story, but there was a problem. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't stay awake. It was crazy. But anyway, so what I did was they got me on a Depakote. It's a medicine to supposedly levels out the bipolar. And so my mania, I was taking long walks. I was taking really long walks. And sure enough, after I got on the medicine, okay, when I first got in the hospital, I was pacing up and down the hallway. That's my mania. It wanted me to walk like crazy. And then I leveled out, and I wasn't so eager to walk all the time. I know exercise is healthy, but I mean, I was overdoing it. I was injuring myself. I had cramps and lower back pain from walking too far, walking a mile a day. No, old man. Anyway. So I'm almost 70, 70, turned big 70 in August. All right, so public service announcement. If you're thinking of harming yourself, make the call. Don't do it. Make whatever calls you need to make. Everybody's heard of 988. I guess they would talk you down from there. Anyway. But I had them lock me up because I want more help. I don't want to just talk. Lock me up. Anyway, so that was me. You do you. It's telling you to say. Anyway. So, hard to make this video, but I'm going to cry. I'm doing much better. I live alone, but I stay busy. And for example, I like making videos about things, and this is, very important. And I'll copy and paste this to other places. Anyway, so, and my wife died 3 years ago. I think probably I was having episodes of depression. I thought it was grief. A little of both, I guess. But anyway. So, I had a phrase for closing these videos. I say, "My sweet wife Tanya is no longer with us." But back in the day, she liked to say, "Later, Tater."